Topline is my boyfriend. Topline is the thing that is hotlining like a cat on the weekend. Topline is a hotline. Don't you like it like that?
I like it.
I'm a
I like
Swiffer.
it.
That's my version. Anyway, welcome to Topline Hotline, short segment featuring Asad Zaman, AJ Bruno, Sam Jacobs. We're going to answer your burning questions about go-to-market. A lot of them come from our new Topline Slack channel, where we hope you contribute questions and conversation about this week's episodes and about things that are on your mind. And we're all very active in that channel. So if you want to get to know us, and a lot of people have been coming up to me and saying, what's Asad really like? What's AJ really like? Are they really that nice? Are they really that smart? Are they really that attractive? In the videos, they seem almost magnetic in their physical, specifically their physical attractiveness.
The only thing that matters to me, Sam, is that.
Well, if you can do all of that, you can do it in the Slack channel. All right.
Okay.
What is the question, Austin?
So a head of revenue at an early stage company sent us this question. I'm at a Series A cybersecurity SaaS firm. We now have over 100 customers and are growing at 150% year over year, mostly selling to mid-size and large enterprises. Many of our early, actually our first 50 customers, have effective discounts that are very high relative to new customers coming in the door. Some of these discounts are in excess of 50%. Our product has come a long way in the last 2 years, and we redid our pricing model recently as well. So the question is that how do you address this gap in the price that our early customers are anchored to versus the reality of what new customers are willing to pay? The competing forces are that customers who took a chance on a seed stage startup should enjoy some benefits for helping us build this business, but at the same time, we don't want new customers subsidizing the business of existing customers, or for other customers in the market to hear that there's a customer that has this other price point. That might create some trickiness. What should we do? Sam, thoughts on this?
I'm literally shaking my head. No, do not come to me for this question. I have no idea. I suffer from this very issue, which is that we raise prices periodically over the course of Pavilion, and the earliest members pay $50 a month, and then some people pay $80, and some people pay $125, and some people pay $215, and the newest people pay $275. And I was talking to another CEO one time, and he said the easiest thing you can do to juice revenue is just raise prices on all your old customers. It's just really, for me, it really depends on, what's retention look like? How's product engagement? How much momentum do you feel? How much leverage do you have in those conversations? Is it a workflow product or something else? How competitive is the space? Because every time you send out your prices going up email, I would imagine that your customers are going to say, let me look at some other options.
You have to.
And it's just human psychology. It's not even because they're sitting and if you're still like, well, they can look at other options because they're still paying 1/5 of what market rate is for this technology or this solution, then fair enough. So I'm going to ask the two of you. I'm going to hit it back. But here's what I will say. Here's my instinct. My instinct is that you pick some middle ground for your early customers, and you communicate it very proactively and with a lot of compassion and with a lot of gratitude, and you give them plenty of notice, and you say, so the goal isn't to get them all the way back to where your current customers are. The goal is to just appeal to their sense of fairness and say, let's get you closer to what market rate is. Here's what we're charging current customers. We're so grateful for your support. We're not raising your price all the way to market rate, but we do think it's fair that you pay a little bit more. What do you both think?
AJ.
So I have three. I agree with you, Sam, but I have three very technical things. By the way, this is my first Topline Hotline in like a month. I have missed Topline Hotline and missed Sam's
have a lot of it this week.
Lyrics and musicals, but so yes, I would say that the three things. Are you got to pull the emotional out of it. So you're the founder, CEO. You probably sold the deals or exec deals. You should probably not be the one doing the renewals because it's going to pull at your heartstrings. 2, you should write into the contract upfront what the discount is, or that there will be like some level of pricing increases. I know that's hard to do it now and retroactively, But 3, I think the biggest thing that I would take away is actually what Kyle Poyer posted about. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I think it was Canva. And when he wanted to discontinue and downgrade from Teams, they did a really good job of said, you use this feature 565 times, you're going to lose it. And so just point back to the value of the thing that you're doing. And those value can be in like, here are the features that we've not just added, but how you use them and how you've gotten an ROI on them in those renewal conversations that you're having. At the end of the day, you definitely should consider the benefit that an earlier adopter would get from your platform.
Yeah, I think it is complete. The first part is psychological. You have to just be comfortable with the fact that the customer that took a bet on you. In the last episode, Sam, you mentioned somebody who was one of the early members of Pavilion, right? Like he took a bet on it when it wasn't even called Pavilion, where you probably didn't even have chapters, where it was such an early bet. And I think for believing in a vision with less proof behind that vision that it delivers the value that it is proposing to deliver, when you're taking a leap of faith at that stage, I think you should get tons of advantages. And so a low price is one of them, but you can ask for other forms of flexibility as well. And I think they're deserved because you're taking on more risk. When we buy things, in our last episode, David made a really good point that a lot of careers are going to be based upon what technology RevOps leaders buy in the NetCEO to. It's either going to make or break their careers. I think it's a really interesting point. So people take risk when you buy stuff, and if they're taking that leap of faith early on, they should get a better price. So I don't feel bad that I can justify that to a new customer. A new customer is like, why did they get half the price? This is why they got it. I think that's very fair. How do you bring them up?
I was going to say, so Sam, but Sam's point is I run a very different business from Sam because he has such a relationship, emotional tie to a lot of his customers. The other thing I think you can do in this instance is there are customers that are early adopters. Like we were the early adopters for the CEO cohort, and we're okay paying more because we've seen more of a benefit, and we can actually help for new customers and talking to new customers and why the price is what it is. Like I actually would say that there's an opportunity to reverse that as well with.
I agree. I think usually those people that have taken a leap of faith, especially with technology, right? They're more early adopters of technology by nature. If they've seen you deliver, give and take the value that you were proposing to deliver, they feel very good about having taken that leap of faith. They love the journey. Early Pavilion members, early quarter-part clients, early sales style and agency clients that believed in all of us early on, they're happy to see us succeed in life. And I think they understand philosophically that over time, the price point will go higher. I think timing is such an interesting part of this. Lemkin speaks about how last year, a lot of companies increased prices without really been providing more value to the customers. They were just using the macro environment and their own needs as the justification for the price increase, which led to a lot of the churn that was happening in the market. Gong just released some churn data. 73% of companies missed their renewal targets last year. We've seen NRR, we haven't seen the renewal number yet. And so I think timing it at a point where you know that the customer feels great about the value you're providing, then you time it, you communicate it very clearly, you do some white glove servicing around it, and you just don't need to bring them up to where everyone else is. Those are probably the things I would keep in mind.
I think those are fantastic. Truly fantastic. You guys are smart. You're nice.
And attractive.
You're talented. Thank you for listening to Topline Hotline, everybody. Join our Slack channel. Join the Topline Slack channel within the broader Pavilion Slack. It's free. You don't have to be a Pavilion member. We have our guests are members of the channel. We've got active contributors. You can review the docket. We do episode recaps before other people hear them. It's really pretty cool. And it's part of the broader Topline media conglomerate that all of us are building, which we assume one day will rival Condé Nast. Thank you very much for listening.
And then be better.
And then we will sell.
We'll have Reddit's public offering someday.
Yeah, exactly. Alexis Ohanian is the new CEO of Topline. Thanks for listening, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.